Well, let there be light. We actually have a couple of can lights affixed on our ceiling so that way um, we would have light in the living room because for some reason the main light with the pole cord just stopped working on us. So we had to put up a makeshift light for the living room. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. It is officially 3 o'clock Eastern time. Happy 4th to all of you. My name is Jer Bear Fuller. I am joined by no one this week. Well, Amy's in the bedroom, and my dad went over to my brother's house, I think. Dad's always running the roads, doing this, doing that. Who knows where he is right now? But thank you for stopping by. I hope you all had a wonderful week. Lots to talk about in today's Sunday video update. So my week was pretty good. What did I do this past week? Wow, I came totally unprepared for the video update this week. No, my week was pretty good. I went up to my cousin's house, had to drive my dad home from my uncle's house because they had both been drinking, and he handed over the keys. Responsible thing to do. I give him the kudos and the props for that because he made the wise decision. Other than that, I was at Billy's. It was fun as always. I always have a blast out there at Billy's. They're not going to be open tomorrow though, because Melissa, the owner of the bar, has decided to take a 3-day vacation. So that way, she'll have some time with her family. But Billy's won't be open tomorrow. The Monday Flashback will not be happening tomorrow. So I found that out last week. But it was a pretty good week. There were some bumps in the road, but not a lot of bumps in the road. I went to his kitchen over in Oakley and had their fish dinner. And that was nice. It's always nice. I enjoy the Friday fish fry. I almost said Saturday fish fry. But yeah, it was a good week. Not really much to talk about. I went to the Jade Buffet, which is a Chinese restaurant in Owasso. Ran into an old friend and her son. And actually, I had given her, because here's what it was. I was done eating my food already. And she messaged me. She texted me and says, well, what you doing? I said, well, I'm in Owasso right now at the Jade Buffet. And she says, what a coincidence. That's where I'm headed myself with my son. And I said, well, hang tight. It was hot outside. And I said, well, hang tight. I'll come and pick you up and take you and your son to the Chinese restaurant. So that's what I did. And lo and behold, Amy and Dad show up at the Jade Buffet. So it turned out good. Everything went well. And my friend that I speak of, her son who she had a 15-year-old son who battled cancer. He passed away. Just 15 years old. He passed away. He died at, I think he died at Sparrow Hospital in Lansing. That wasn't last week. That was way before last week. It's the same friend that I had given a lift to the Chinese restaurant. So it's been a busy week. I've had some things go on with my vehicle. I had to get my tags and my driver's license renewed at the Secretary of State branch office. Got that taken care of. Set me back about $183. It's just $165 for the sticker alone. The sticker that goes onto the piece of aluminum bolted to the back of your vehicle. That was about $165. And then the driver's license renewal alone was only maybe about $183, $185 out the door. Michigan has very high rates on their stuff. I don't know why that is. The excuse I've heard is, oh, well, we're the General Motors state. I think it's a piss poor excuse in my humble opinion, but, I just paid what I owed. My vehicle's road legal, but I have to get a new set of front brake pads. I got to get a new tire, driver's side tire potentially, because the rubber is wearing off, and I don't want to take a risk of wiping out down the road. But I got to get that fixed. It's always something with my van. I had an oil change done on the same day that I had to be at the Secretary of State's, and after I had the oil change, my check engine light had come on. So it's like, great. What else am I going to have to worry about? Hopefully it's nothing serious. Hopefully it's something that can be easily fixed, because I got to tell you, I am getting sick and damn tired of putting money into this vehicle that I have. Sick and damn tired. But, you know, that's the nature of owning a vehicle. You're going to put money into it at some point, sooner or later, but I'm really annoyed by the fact that every time I turn around, I have to put money into the vehicle. I'm sick of it. To be honest with you, I'm really sick of it. But I have a vehicle, and that's the main thing. That's what counts. So this week, tomorrow, again, like I said, Billy's will be closed, so no Monday flashback this week. But on Thursday, I celebrate a birthday. I'm going to be 35 years old, or should I say 35 years young. But yeah, Thursday is my birthday. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I have any plans for my birthday, unless my mom or my dad's got something up that I don't know about. I have no idea. I'm not expecting anything though, but things seem to happen when people get together and talk behind closed doors and they want to plan something special for Jerryberry, you know. But I never expect parties or gifts or anything like that. I don't even expect people to wish me a happy birthday. I'm just not a fan of birthdays. I've come to hate birthdays, actually. It's, you know, when you're 16, 17, you look forward to turning 18 because it's a rite of passage. You know, you're old enough to buy cigarettes. You're old enough to buy scratch off tickets. You're old enough to drive. Actually, I think you're old enough to drive being 15, 16, 17. If you go through school, you know, if you take driver's ed in school, you can drive on a permit. And driving on a permit means that you would have to have a licensed driver with you at all times. It's just state law. But it's a rite of passage. I mean, when you turn 18, you're actually legal. You're officially legal to do some things with, you know, with limitations. And then when you turn 18, it's like, oh, I can't wait to turn 21. When you turn 21, you're legal to buy booze. You can buy beer and whiskey, and you can actually sit at the bar and drink a cold one. What happens after 21? AARP. And that's many, many, many years down the road. I'm going to be 35. I just don't see the fun or joy in birthdays, getting another year older, but that's life. We all age with time. We're all marching in an inevitable path to death. You know, I hate to sound so meek about it, but it's, or not meek, bleak. That's the word, bleak. But it's something that we have to do. I'll get it right eventually. It's something we all have to do. Death is inevitable. We all have to face it sooner or later. Getting older is, I think, personally, I think, you know, some people are fortunate enough to grow old. Some people aren't. And that's really an eye opener. I mean, I'm grateful and I'm thankful to be alive another year. And, you know, despite the fact that I'm dealing with the same assholes that I've had to deal with for the past, I don't know, 5-6 years. Now I think the older I get, the less fucks I give. So if someone comes at me being stupid, I don't have an issue throwing it back at them. I have a very low tolerance, very low patience for bullshit. And that's one thing that I've noticed. The older I get, the less patience and tolerance I have for stupid people and for stupidity in general. But yeah, so 35, I'll be on Thursday. If you're celebrating a birthday on the 8th, happy birthday to you as well. I know my ex-sister-in-law has a birthday on Thursday. My cousin Gary has a birthday coming up on July 8th. Another lady I know, her name is Wendy Myers. She's going to have a birthday on July 8th. Kevin Bacon's going to have a birthday on July 8th. And as weird as this sounds, the founder of Coca-Cola actually has a birthday on July 8th. Yeah, there's a lot of famous birthdays on July 8th. There is a Dutch singer from back in the 60s. His name was Peter Teteru, and he was the lead singer of a group called T-Set, My Belle Amie. Many of you might remember that. Many of you may not. But his birthday is on July 8th, too. I just read that up on Wikipedia today. Trusty source. But it's hot out here. It's hot in the house. It's hot outside. We're supposed to be in the low 90s here today and tomorrow with humidity. I think we have more chances for rain and thunderstorms in the forecast this week. I'll have to brush up on that and find out what's going on. I could give you a temperature right now where we currently sit. Let's see here. It is, 1 second, folks. I'll get right with you. It is officially 90 degrees at 3:11 p.m. So there you go. It's a hot one today. Yes. Oh, you can see me sweating. Whew. Yeah, it's hot for sure. And I thank all of you for tuning in this week. I was kind of debating as to whether or not I should do a live stream on 4th of July, but I figured, what the hell? I'll go for it. I'll do it. Tuesday, if things go well with my vehicle, which I think they will. But Tuesday, I'm planning a trip to Lansing. I'm going to visit some, state office buildings and things down there, go on tours and stuff. And just, to check things out and see what goes on behind the scenes, so to speak, if they let me in. But, I have very good knowledge about the First Amendment and, restricted areas and things like that. So it'll probably be on Tuesday. I'll be in Lansing. I might go to the Capitol. I might not. I haven't decided yet. I've been to the Capitol a gazillion, 1 million times. I went there when I was a kid, on field trips. The Capitol building in Lansing, they have glass floors, which I thought was pretty cool. I posted a video here to my YouTube channel. I think it was last February. I went to Capitol building. I walked around with my cell phone camera and had taken some good videos, some good clips and things like that, and showed all of you what my state Capitol building looks like inside. And it's pretty cool. It's the architecture is amazing. It's picturesque. And it's really cool. I really enjoyed my visit, and the people were friendly too, surprisingly, because most government officials, they take they take issue to the fact that people go in there with cameras, although they encourage people to take pictures. It's publicly accessible area. Most all of it is, unless it's otherwise marked with proper signage. But people go into the Capitol building all the time and take pictures. They should be thrilled by the fact that you're checking out the architecture and you're learning some of, excuse me, you're learning some of Michigan's history. Excuse me. I know I get so choked up talking about the Capitol. No, there's so much to learn and there's so much to see when you're at Capitol building. I don't see why they would ever have take issue with the fact that people have cameras when they go with them. So I don't think it'll be a problem. And if it is a problem, it'll be on camera either way. So, I might go to the Capitol. I haven't decided yet. I did look on the official website for the Capitol, and I think parking costs $1.25 an hour. And it only accepts quarters, of course, being the parking meter. So I'm going to have to make sure I have at least, I'm not going to be there very long unless I run into problems. So I'm going to have to take maybe $3-4 worth of quarters just to be on the safe side. Because they tell you where you can park which I think it's right on Capitol Avenue. If you're familiar with Lansing, and if you're familiar with the section of the city of the downtown area, they call it Capitol Loop, and it goes around the Capitol. They have parking on Capitol Avenue, but I think it's $1.25 an hour, which is not bad. It's not bad. I mean, I'm not going to be there all day long, just long enough maybe to walk around, get some pictures of some of the old, the art that they have hanging up. The American flags, just like last time I was down there, a bunch of flags, because I love Old Glory. I am an American flag aficionado as far as I'm concerned, because I love the American flag. Many brave men and women have died for that flag, and they died for our rights. And, so I kind of take the American flag to heart. My dad was in the service. He was in the Army from 77 to 83. And my Uncle Tim was also in the military. In fact, they enlisted together Mother's Day of 1977. My Uncle Tim was in for 10 years. He was stationed to London, England. So, I take pride in the American flag. Maybe pride may not be the appropriate word to use. But I'm happy to be an American. I may not agree with a lot of the things that go on in this country, and I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. I'm not going to get into too much detail on that, but there are some things about this country that I just don't agree with. I'm embarrassed by most of the actions that go on in this country, but damn it, I was born and raised here. I wouldn't live anywhere else in the world. And I love Michigan too. So Michigan is a pretty cool state. I mean, we're the only state in the whole country, in the whole United States. We have our own Great Lakes. We have our own freshwater supply. We are the only state with 2 peninsulas, 2 pieces of land. We're pretty cool here in Michigan. We're pretty cool. And I always encourage all of my out-of-state friends to, if you're going to go on vacation now that the pandemic is pretty much winding down, come on up to Michigan. We got plenty to see here. Come up to the Mitten State. I'll show you around. I'll be your tour guide. I'll take you to Lansing. I'll take you to Detroit. I'll take you to Grand Rapids. I'll take you to Kalamazoo. I'll take you down by the Kellogg cereal factory down there in Battle Creek. I've already been by it. It's right on Porter Street. And you smell nothing but Rice Krispies treats when you're going down Porter Street. And I'm not making it up. It smells like marshmallow and like Pop-Tarts and Fruit Loops. It smells just like cereal and Rice Krispies treats. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. They don't allow public tours of the factory anymore, which is a bummer because I've never been inside the Kellogg's factory. Maybe one day they will reconsider and say, you know what? Maybe we should reopen public tours of the factory. I don't work for any, competing greenery. I'm not trying to get secrets from the Kellogg's factory. And I think that's why they actually stopped with the public tours, because someone who may be an employee of their competition could be going in there getting secrets from Kellogg's. I think that's why they stopped. But Kellogg's, if you're listening, CEO, whoever you may be, please reconsider reopening to the public and let people come in and take a tour. Because I had never been in there, and I'm sure there are generations more who would love to see what it's like inside of a cereal factory. And, we can make Rice Krispies treats at home easily. But it would be kind of interesting to see, how the factory made Rice Krispies treats are made, how they're packaged, how they're processed, how they're made. It'd be kind of cool. But again, I think the fear is that someone who is they're working for a competing company may go in there and steal their little secrets. So, but that's okay. That's fine. I still enjoy Kellogg cereal. We have lots of different name brand products here in Michigan. We're known for like Jiffy, pancake mix and things like that. That's in Chelsea, down by Ann Arbor. I might even, go down there with my camera and, get some video of the Jiffy company. I don't know. I'm not making any, concise statements here. I'm not saying that I'm actually going to do it, but it's something I might do in the future. I don't know. We'll see. So now that I got my vehicle road legal, and I did it just before my birthday, no Billy's tomorrow night. What shall I do for the rest of the week? Oh yeah, I just said I might go to Lansing on Tuesday. Well, tonight, I don't know what everybody else's plans are in the house. I don't know if they're going to watch fireworks in Corunna at McCurdy Park. I have no idea. We used to go to McCurdy Park to watch the fireworks. I personally, although I love this country, I don't really feel it this year with the fireworks. I don't know. It's just a different feeling. Like I love my country, and I exercise my rights, my constitutional rights as an American, as a free American. But watching fireworks, I don't know. I've never really been crazy about fireworks. Even as a kid, I was terrified of fireworks. Now that I'm an adult, I'm not terrified of fireworks. I've gotten over the fear of fireworks. I don't know. It's like watching paint dry or flies have sex. I don't know. although I'll state for the record, I've never actually watched flies fuck, but it's about round in there somewhere. It's nice once in a while to, go and sit and watch things. Fireworks, I don't know. Just not feeling it this year. Like I said, I don't know what Dad and Amy's got planned for tonight. Ouch. I don't know what they have planned for tonight. I don't know if Dad's going out tonight with Amy or what they plan to do. That light's giving off heat and it's making me sweat more. But I don't think I'm doing anything tonight. I'm probably just going to hang out here at the house. I might grab a bite to eat, kick back, watch television, or find something to do. But it's if you are going out tonight, as a friendly reminder, just be careful when you handle fireworks. I've been watching some YouTube videos where total idiots mishandle fireworks and bad things happen to people who don't know how to handle them properly. So just don't be a douche, I guess, is my advice, and just handle your fireworks in the way they should be handled. I never buy fireworks. I don't think I've ever bought fireworks. Something else about turning 18. You're actually old enough to buy fireworks when you're 18. But I don't think I've ever purchased fireworks. Like I said, they're just really not my thing. It's not for everybody. But this weekend, they're having the 4th of July fireworks celebration in Bay City, north of Saginaw. They aired some of the fireworks footage on ABC 12 last night, and they were really good. They were a pretty good show. They let them off over the Saginaw River, and they were beautiful. I mean, I love watching the fireworks from television, not going out to watch them. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that there's large crowds. And when I get around large crowds of people, I think that's what makes the whole experience uncomfortable. I get very tense and nerved up when there's big crowds of people. I don't like to be around big crowds. I don't like to be in the middle of huge crowds of people. I just don't care for it. It's that anxiety kicks in. I know lots of people who go through that. They get around large crowds of people and they freak out. They start having panic attacks, and I feel you. If you're one of those people who react around large crowds of people, I'm one of them, and I feel you. Because it feels like when you're in the middle of a crowd it's like you're losing control. You're losing control of what could potentially happen. Those are the things that kind of go in your head. Not saying that anything does happen, but it's the fear. Or you when you're just around big crowds of people, you get tensed. I don't know. I have that issue where I do, when I'm around big crowds of people, the anxiety kind of, it's like, ugh, I kind of cringe. But some people can handle it, some people can't. It's fine. I am sweating. Whew. That light's really radiating heat. Ugh. Whew. Oh, should have wore a lighter shirt. Oh, but anyway, yeah, not a lot happening around here. I talk about this ad nauseum, and it really, it never ceases to bug me about what's going on with these advocates with childhood cancer. And I'm reminded daily by certain individuals that they support fraud, they support predatory behavior, they are complicit with people who are deceitful, and they are just, it's the right power falls into the wrong hands. And I tried to break the cycle of bringing this up and talking about this so much, but it's never going to change. People have to really stop and think about what they're getting themselves into. I don't sleep, or at least I should say this past week, I haven't been sleeping normally because I usually I'm out by 10, 11 o'clock. I'm already fast asleep. But lately I've been staying awake until 2, 3, maybe even 4 in the morning. Because I can't sleep, like it's either too hot to sleep, even with the fans blowing, it can get too hot, or there's just so much shit going through my head, so many different things going through my mind. And I will never understand, the Mike Tyson situation, the Fighting All Monsters situation, which I talk about a lot in my daily rant recordings, because I call people out who are complicit with it and they support it. It's no secret. I talk about people. I call people out. I put them on public blast. No shame whatsoever. The whole thing about that, even having exposed him and presented to all of you watching this, presenting to my viewers that, you know what? This guy is a creep. He admitted to being a fucking creep on a podcast and then laughed about it after the fact. It's no different. And these people who, they support FAM and they're complicit with Fighting All Monsters, they accept gifts from him. And it reminds me of a situation that happened in my family where one of my uncles, he was paying his wife hush money so he could molest and sexually abuse his stepdaughters. This actually happened in my family. Mike Tyson admitted, Edward Porter admitted, because his real name isn't Mike Tyson. Who names their kid Milk? It's a parody of Mike Tyson because Edward Porter thinks he's a tough guy. He's so strong. He's a wannabe thug, and he's a maggot and a leech. But anyway, getting off track. The situation with him gifting people with money and household appliances and paying for cancer mom retreats, it is no different than my uncle who was paying his wife money to shut the fuck up so he could sexually abuse his stepdaughters. It is no different. If you are someone who supports FAM and Milk Tyson and you're going to defend him and you're going to bend to his will and you're going to jump at every whim and you're going to grovel and scrape and curtsy to this fat fuck, this is for you. You are accepting a bribe from a sexual fucking predator. Fighting All Masters is a corrupt criminal fucking organization. Just like the Catholic Church. Very corrupt. You know, the Catholic Church, they systematically move pederasts, child molesting priests from one church to the other to save their image. Kind of sounds like Fighting All Masters, only he's got a bunch of milkmaids is what they're referred to. And they're brainwashed into thinking that Fighting All Masters is making great change and great strides, and they're going to make things happen for childhood cancer. The organization is run by a fucking creep. Do I have to actually include the sound clip of what he said verbatim in another daily rant to get you people to wake up? It's no different. You're letting a sexual predator around your children. I can't shut up about this. This is, as a childhood cancer survivor, I mean, we're beyond that. We're beyond that. It's the fact that he's targeting, and it's not helping, he's targeting children affected by cancer in order to make a name for himself. And the fact that he admitted to being a sexual predator is beyond my understanding or my comprehension of how any sane human being, anybody who's thinking clearly and rationally and logically, it blows my mind how rather intelligent people allow for this legion-ass corrupt maggot piece of shit around their children. Why are you giving him access to your kids? Why are you giving him the benefit of the doubt? I will never understand this. I'll never understand it. You don't seem to care that some creep has access to your kids because he's giving you free money. He's giving you free handouts. I don't give a fuck what he does. I don't care who he's helped. I don't care if he's helped you. He is a creep and a fucking maggot and a deceitful piece of shit right to the core. And people who listen to this are go, oh, there goes Jared Fuller again on a tirade against Milk Tyson because Jared Fuller's jealous. I'm not jealous of anything or anybody. We're going to make that clear right now. And I've made it clear many times before. I'm not jealous of anybody because unlike those people, Milk Tyson and a few others in the childhood cancer world, I've always done things honestly without expecting anything in return. And I've always done what I've done with their best interest at heart. To say, I am a childhood cancer survivor. I get this. I know what your kid is going through. I've been through it myself. I don't see the harm in that. But you have people who, and this is something else that just blows my fucking mind to oblivion. The fact that you have people who are convinced that I'm a bad person just by reading something on the internet. By reading something, they are convinced that I am a horrible, disgusting human person or human being of a person. They think that I'm just a distasteful human, and that's not true. However, you have Milk Tyson who openly admitted to sexual predatory behavior. Oh, well, we'll just overlook that. Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, Tom Mitchell described me as an animal. Well, we're all animals. I mean, to some degree, human beings are animals. We eat other animals. Okay. I don't know if that was supposed to be some kind of a cheap shot or whatever. If I'm an animal, he's an animal too. But the thing is, is Milk Tyson needs to be stopped. We don't need to, reform Fighting All Monsters. We need to defund Fighting All Monsters. If you're giving donations to Fighting All Monsters, you should really stop. Milk Tyson, and there's a couple of parents already have messaged me by saying, you know what, he's getting rich off of sick and dying children, and I don't like it. And he is. He is. It's disgusting. Milk Tyson has never one day in his whole life had to walk in our shoes. He doesn't know about the struggles of a cancer survivor or a cancer fighter. He thinks he does, but he does not. And these people are only turning to him because they are looking for a handout. And Fighting All Monsters, what they do is they solicit money from people. And, there's people out there who are not aware of Milk Tyson and his deceitful shenanigans. One day it's all going to come out into the open. I thought I made that abundantly clear when I shared the soundbite. Maybe perhaps I'll have to share it again, because there's people who would rather turn the other way and turn the other cheek than to actually face the problem head on. Well, they got enough problems. They have enough problems as it is with their kids fighting cancer. That's all I hear from these parents and other people in general. Which, yeah, you do have that issue of, you're having this problem with your child fighting cancer. That's a problem in and of itself. I totally agree. You're preaching to the choir. But that does not excuse the fact that you're dealing with a menace. You're dealing with someone who has no business being around anybody's kids after a bullshit statement like that. And he's said a lot of other horrific, disgusting shit that, there's always going to be children with cancer. And, there's always going to be that. That piece of evidence was actually shown on Facebook. And there's screenshots of this. So there's so much going on, which is why I detached myself. I don't call myself an advocate anymore. However, I am a statistic. I am a +1 in the childhood cancer overall demographic of childhood cancer survivors. And that doesn't change. And I like the fact that more and more people are using the word demographic instead of community, because it's not a community. If this is a community, it is a fucked up one nonetheless. And I'm happy to be detached from it. But you people who are constantly defending and praising this creep, you really need to fucking stop. Look at what you're dealing with. Look into things a lot more than what you see at the surface. Because superficiality is only going to get you so far. Look into things deeper and more clearer. You really side with a sex predator. I don't care what anybody says. Predatory behavior is predatory behavior, even if it is sexual harassment. That's a violation of someone's comfort. You have violated someone by sexually harassing them. Period. And all these people say, well, Jared, you violated all kinds of people by harassing them. I don't harass people. What I do is I get people to understand that they are incorrect, factually wrong. And I try to get them to understand, which maybe I'm, overreaching, but trying to get people to understand the errors of their ways and their fault of logic. Someone's got to fucking say something. Someone's got to say something. I don't mind saying it. I don't mind calling people out, because, things that are deserving of condemnation and ridicule, that's exactly what it's going to get from me. So Milk Tyson tops the list. And, I am sick to death of people who are supporting this disgusting maggot creep. It drives me fucking nuts. And if I'm not staying busy doing something else or being focused on something else, it's going to drive me nuts. It's going to make me, start pulling out whatever's left of my hair, because I am sick to death of people like this. And I'm even more sick to death of people who are blind and don't question anything at all. They don't question anything. Oh, but they'll question everything about me. And I'm the actual child of cancer survivor. Like I said, it's a backwards, faulty chain of logic. And personally, that's why I detached from all of it. I just don't care anymore. I don't care about more than 4 and gold ribbons. What I care about are the people. Always have, always will. Even if they hate me or despise me, but that's fine. That's fine. But one day they're going to see the truth. And Mike Tyson, being the guy he is, going to try to cover his tracks, his paper trail, and all that shit, and try to put out a positive image for himself that he knows gullible people like you are going to buy into. I could start rattling off names right now if I really and truly wanted to. But, I just got too much to do. I'm trying to live my own life. I'm trying to do my own thing. I'm doing what I think is right. And even if that includes pissing people off by speaking truth about certain individuals, and so be it. And again, with people with their alibis, I was actually on a live stream on YouTube, and there's this idiot named Jack L. Karstens. That's the troll name. His real name is Russ Boggs. And he came into the chat room and, Jared Fuller this, Jared Fuller that. Because it was a live stream of some friends of mine in the First Amendment auditing community. They were out in front of Sparrow Hospital. Most of you know the story about me being kicked off of Sparrow Hospital property. He's trying to make it sound as if it has something to do, perverted or inappropriate sexual, whatever. It's nothing to that nature. It is nothing of that kind. I think I've talked about it before. But in short, what happened is when I was on Facebook a long time ago, I was banned from the Sparrow Foundation page, and I tried to get answers as to why, like, what did I say? What did I do? That they wouldn't give me the opportunity. So I drove to Lansing. I talked to the president of the Sparrow Foundation, not the least of which she lacks the qualification and leadership skills that a president or a CEO should have. And that's what kills me about a lot of these people. But anyway, one thing led to another. I threw an envelope across the room and I was escorted out by security. And then Lansing PD showed up and said that I'm not allowed on Sparrow property. And if I show up there again on property, I could be arrested and put in jail and pay a fine. However, I can walk down a city fucking sidewalk with my camera and film everything, and there's nothing they can do, because Sparrow does not own a public city sidewalk. The sidewalk belongs to the city of Lansing. Sparrow does not own a public sidewalk, let alone a public street. And if they try to trespass me off of a public sidewalk, I'm going to be rolling in some dough. So that's the truth of what really happened. And don't let people make it sound like, don't let people tell you that it's anything other than that, because they're going to spin this to try to make it sound like it was something horrific. They're going to try to make it sound like I did something very seriously wrong, or I threw an envelope. That's all I did. I threw an envelope. That's it. Nothing to do with anything inappropriate going on. I would highly suspect that these people who are trying to make it sound like something that it isn't, they are Russ Boggs. he goes by Jack L. Karstens. I highly suspect that Russ is just a very sad, deranged, lonely, psychotic human being. And if he's going to, put my name out there on public blast, I'll return the favor. He's got 6 kids with a psychotic broad who left him for a guy who has a diaper fetish every time they have sex. I saw the conversation on Facebook, not making it up. But yet I'm the one with the problem. Yeah, okay. A freak calling me a freak. Wow. The irony is incredibly thick. But that's what happened. Don't let people trick you into thinking, oh, Jared was kicked off of hospital property because he was being inappropriate with someone. No, I threw an envelope. That's all I did. Swear it. That's all I did. I threw an envelope. Because trust me, if it was something inappropriate, I would have went to jail that day. If it was inappropriate. I can tell you, all I did was throw an envelope. And, they tried to, be all buddy with me and shake my hand, this, that, and the other. Fuck you. I'm coming back to Lansing, and I'm going to stand right out in front of your fucking building, and I'm going to film it. Ouch. Hold on a minute, guys. I got to stand up and stretch. And I might do that on Tuesday. I just might do that. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, Russ is a very deranged, lonely person. And if you take notice of his Facebook, he is just a disgusting, foul moron. If you live in a trailer park, you have to drive slow. Okay. There's signs posted. Children at play. You have to drive slow, low speeds. They got speed limit signs posted. And when people drive by his house slow, or should I say trailer, slow, I kid you not, he actually got on Facebook and started calling these people pedophiles because his children were outside playing and they were following the fucking speed limit. They were supposed to drive slowly through the trailer park as posted, and he's calling them pedophiles. This guy is a whack job. And he goes by the name Jack L. Karstens. Not real. He's not a real person. Jack L. Karstens is Russ Boggs. So remember that if you ever see the name Jack L. Karstens, it's Russ Boggs. He gave himself up. I've got the screenshots of Russ pretending to be Jack L. Karstens and trying to disguise his voice. It didn't fucking work, dude. Did not fucking work. I had people on the case watching you. That's how I know it's you. And I've got the screenshots of your fucking face because when you were looking at the lens of the camera, your face was shown in the reflection off the screen because you're such a fucking smart guy. Bravo, dumb fuck. You've been caught. You're not so smart. So you keep, I'll tell you what, Russ, you continue on with your alibi that Jared Fuller is such a horrible person and he's so awful and disgusting and vile and any other word that you don't know how to use, let alone pronounce. Try to put that out there and convince people that I'm a bad person because that's all you got. That's all you have. You have an alibi. You have a claim without evidence. So, and it sounds like Dad's home. Oh, it's my dad. Hello, Dad. ladies and gentlemen, my dad joining me off camera. We're just about wrapping up. We're down to the last 10 minutes of the show. I don't know if they could see it from the light glare from this light up here. That light is it's radiating heat. There you go. It's radiating heat, and I'm sweating bullets over here. But we're winding down to about the last 10 minutes of the show. But I wanted to let all of you know that I am doing just fine. Other than, there's a few bumps in the road, and the Milk Tyson situation is always going to bother me until people start to think logically, rationally, and critically about what they're getting themselves into. There are enough vulnerable, gullible people in the childhood cancer world that they are willing to attach themselves to anyone just to get out of a delicate situation or a desperate situation, because desperate times call for desperate measures. As a survivor of childhood cancer, I know this firsthand. So does he. But thirsty people should not continue to drink poison by the gallons. And you need to do your homework. I'm not saying that all people in the childhood cancer world are deceitful. I'm not saying that all of them engage in chicanery and pablum bullshit, but you really need to look into things deeper. And if I keep coming on here every week, and I've even presented evidence for the case that I've made against Milk, if I keep coming on here, even after I presented the evidence for what he said, and you're still going to defend that maggot, then you're just as disgusting and disgraceful as he is. And it's probably best that we don't communicate at all. So if you block me in email or text message or messenger or wherever the case may be, if you block me, then the trash is taking itself the fuck out. Because I'm not playing games anymore. You people need to wake up and realize what the fuck you're getting yourselves into. Hi, Dad.
Hey.
How was your week?
My week?
Yeah, your week.
It was okay, but stressful.
Yeah, stressful. Yeah.
I just sit down,
Are you doing anything tonight for 4th of July? You're going...
You're going over there for that birthday party.
Oh yeah, birthday party. That's right. I totally forgot about that. A friend of ours is celebrating a birthday today. She's 61 years old. Happy birthday, Wendy. Where is it at? Reed Park?
Oh, we're at Simon's.
Oh, at Simon's house. Okay, her son's house. Happy birthday, Wendy. We love you. We hope you have a wonderful birthday today. Yeah, I totally forgot. I didn't know if you guys were going to Corunna to watch the fireworks or... They don't have them?
They're already done. They already had them.
Oh, shit. See, I'm kept out of the loop on a lot of things. Yeah, Bay City is the biggest one. Oh, and I'm glad you mentioned Corunna, too, because I was in Owasso last week, as I had pointed out, at the Chinese restaurant. I stopped by my Uncle Danny's house to visit with him and Annie Lane for a little while. And we visited for probably an hour, I would say. And it was a wonderful visit. I don't make it over to Uncle Danny's all that much, although he lives just right over here, like a hop, skip, and a jump away. I don't see him all that much, but when I do, it's a wonderful visit. We talk about a lot of different things. And so, yeah, Uncle Danny, I don't know if you're watching this, but I enjoyed our visit, and I love you guys very much, and I hope I'll see you again soon. There was an accident uptown. Where at? In front of McDonald's? Oh, a motorcycle. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Oh my. Oh. It's the 4th of July. Nobody's paying attention to what the fuck they're doing. Everybody's in a hurry. And like you said, everybody's texting and they're in a hurry. I almost got rear-ended last week by someone who was not paying attention. I was turning into my financial institution, or about to turn into the financial institution, and someone had flown up behind me. They were going to hit me. They almost did. I should have let them.
That's why they should never come out with texting.
No.
They should never come out with that.
Well, texting, see, it was, well, no, the thing is, texting was never an issue like this.
No.
Not in the beginning when we had cell phones, because all cell phones could do was exactly what you have. Actually, what the texting part of it. Like, I used to have one of those two-way walkie-talkies. We all had the two-way walkie-talkie by Boost Mobile. Dad's got a flip phone. But we had the Boost Mobile two-way walkie-talkies back when those were a fad, and they didn't stick around long. I used to text my friends all the time. But we never drove while texting. Now we have these smartphones. We have these smartphones and young children, or yeah, not just young people, all people. Now we have these smartphones. They are more of a distraction than anything else. Put the fucking phone down when you are behind the wheel. Don't sit here and do this without looking up. And you're just doing this texting with your thumbs. Your hand should be on the wheel, not on your phone. So yeah, that's terrible. So we're about to wrap up the show here. I've been here for an hour almost. We're down to the last, I'd say, 4 minutes of the show. And I do appreciate all of you stopping by and indulging me for a little while and just checking things out and seeing how I'm doing. Everything is great. A friend texted me. And I'm not driving. So, but I can definitely text my friend back and wish her a happy 4th of July. Woohoo! So, okay. It is still 90 degrees. At 3:57, it is 90 degrees. Whew. Good God. Roasting in here. But anyway, guys, that's about it. That's about going to do it for this week. There were some things I wanted to talk about, and I did. I got it off my chest, although it may or may not make much of a difference, if any at all. But I'm going to bring awareness to the situation as often as I can until people understand that, Jared's not just talking shit. He's not trying to blow smoke up anyone's ass. He's telling us the truth. You're going to find out sooner or later. You're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. And you're going to think, you know what? Did we really sell our soul to the devil? Did we really negotiate with a creep? Yeah, you did. You did. And you ought to be ashamed of yourselves. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Don't reform Fighting All Monsters. Defund Fighting All Monsters. Do not give them any of your money. I don't care what they do. I don't care if they get your kids on the Ellen Show. I don't care if they get your kids on the fucking whatever show there is. I don't care. Do not give FAM your money. Give your money to St. Jude. Don't give it to FAM or ACS. ACS ain't worth the fuck anyway. Don't donate. Do not donate to, especially Fighting All Monsters. Do not defund Fighting All Monsters. Let these pieces of shit go bankrupt. Watch Fighting All Monsters fade away. You're not going to miss anything. And all you people who are just bending over backwards and you're fam crazy, you're a fam fanatic, you're a famnatic, you need your head examined because you're siding with a creep. And to those people who would otherwise say to me, well, you don't believe that people can change? No, because sexual predators don't fucking change, period. They do not change at all. They don't. Once they get a taste for it, they don't stop. They don't. And it makes me sick that you would even consider giving this fat fucking You give him access to your children. Why? Why do you do that? Why do you do that? That was a funny voice. Why do you do it? Because he gave you money. He put money in your pocket because he gave you household appliances. He paid for a free vacation because he got your kid on some gaudy fucking talk show. Why do you defend him? You side with a creep. Everything is backwards. Your logic sucks and it needs to be corrected. And don't get mad at someone who actually cares enough to take the time to point this shit out to you people. Don't shoot the messenger. I mean, you so much as get upset and think the worst of me just by something you fucking read about me. But you're going to make excuses. You're going to hit the brakes for a guy who admitted to being a disgusting, deceitful scumbag. I can't understand it. Hello, Amy. She was coming out to get something. I can't see without my glasses on, but you were coming out to get something and then she went to go back in the bedroom, and had I not stopped her, she would have kept going.
My medicine.
Her medicine.
I'm in here watching Netflix.
So I guess
I am Sam.
I am saying, so I guess for the most part this week I did fly solo,
Yeah.
which
I
is,
think you did last week too, didn't you?
yeah. I don't know what it is about these two anymore. They just don't want to join me in my Sunday video update. This is our Sunday video update. You guys forget that. But, you know, because I enjoy getting input from two other people, because if I ramble on and on and on, they don't stop me. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, I was really missing your input this week. I haven't gotten input from either one of you guys in quite some time. But I think we've surpassed the 1 hour mark. I am sweating balls. I got to go get in front of a fan to cool off and maybe get a cold drink. It's hot in here. So I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching me this week and for listening. Although you've heard the same week in, week out nonsense, what's going on with certain people and just dumb people in general. Any last words? Seems you both are here.
Safe out there and
Stay cool.
keep cool and take care of one another.
Amy? Oh, she's taking a drink of, what is that, smart water? Sparkling water? I can't see without my glasses.
It ain't smart
It is
Don't do her no good.
Clover Valley. Black
Clover
water.
Valley.
It's got caffeine, zero sugar.
Not smart water ain't gonna help her.
Any final word, Amy, before you smack them upside the head?
Peace out. Be safe this 4th of July and enjoy your weekend. And that's it.
No Billies tomorrow night. They are closed in observance of the 4th of July. But I will probably be taking a trip down to Lansing on Tuesday. Maybe. You'll find out one way or the other. Gonna go check things out. So yeah, thank a veteran. Yeah, of course. Dad is a military guy. And let freedom ring. You know, we live in a wonderful country. We live in a wonderful country. And like I said, although there's a lot of things that I'm not proud of, there's a lot of things that I'm embarrassed by about this country. I would never want to live anywhere else in the fucking world. I love America. And I love all of you. So thank you for watching again this week. I will see you next week. I have a birthday coming up on Thursday. I don't know what my plans are, if I have any. I'm sure you'll find out what those plans are too. So much love to all of you. My name is Jerry Bear Fuller. I will see you next week on July 11th, which actually, you know what? No, I won't be here on July 11th. I won't be here next week. Family reunion. Davis reunion out in Millington, out at Latham Park, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So I will not be here next week. I will not be here next week. So Much love to all of you. Have a good week, and I will see you in a couple of weeks. So, all right, guys, I'm out. Take care. Peace out and stay cool. Happy 4th. And anything else? Let freedom ring. Toodaloo. That's what I always say at the end of my daily rants. But I'm out, guys. Have a safe 4th.